Maybe you saw my recent video about Lego and the lessons from Lego's turnaround. Today, I have another lesson from Lego, because after we visited Legoland in California with my kids, we all bought these big boxes of Lego, and on the outside, right, it has this beautiful picture of like the plane or the dinosaur or the boat or the ice cream cart, and it looks nice and fun and exciting, and my kids got all excited about opening the box and recreating this. But when you actually open the box, Lego inside looks pretty scary. There's a lot of little bags and they're all sorted, and then there's the manual with like step-by-step instructions, and it looks complex, and it looks like quite a bit of an endeavor for a 3-year-old or a 5-year-old. But because they constantly had the box standing on the table next to all these little Lego pieces, they knew exactly what they're building, and it kept them motivated to go through the manual step by step to pick the right pieces and put them in order. And as I was watching them, it resembled to me how we go about tasks and projects, and especially looking back at some of the projects that I was managing, how when we know exactly what the outcome should look like and what we're going for, it is so much easier to tackle the day-to-day tasks and the cumbersome little steps in the process. If we're not exactly sure what we're aiming for and we're working on a project, we're not quite sure what the outcome should look like and what success would actually look like, it becomes confusing and it becomes complex, and a lot of times people get demotivated, including I remember those moments when I get demotivated in the menial tasks, the day-to-day things that needed to get done for this project, when I wasn't quite sure what success would look like. So bringing it back to Lego, it was a beautiful visualization or metaphor almost, of how my kids were able to stay engaged, go through the manual, and keep being motivated in the process because they kept looking at the box with this beautiful little creature or toy that was supposed to be the end result of their Lego project. So in sum, looking back at my own experience and taking this as a metaphor, knowing exactly what success looks like can be hugely beneficial to the team and anyone engaged, maybe yourself. So if you're struggling getting your team motivated or a project moving ahead, take a moment to evaluate if it's actually clear to everyone, not just yourself, but everyone involved, what success will look like visually. What would it look like? And spend enough time on visualizing that success and maybe reiterating it throughout the process. Put that box of Lego pieces in front of them so they can see what they're going for. That's my quick tip for today, and I'll see you next time with a short video like this on how to live, lead, and succeed in life. See you then. Bye-bye.